So I don't know why, but sometimes you guys don't listen to me. I take a bunch of time to put together a good use case. I give you a lot of data on a subject. Seems like a really good idea, but some of you guys just don't follow through. Today, my hope is that most of you guys got into the garden when I told you to. The garden balance has been going absolutely insane, and hopefully this sounds pretty good. I switched over to a different mic. It's actually pretty much the same as the other one, just a different color. I just have a little bit different setup, so hopefully the sound is clean. I wanted to make a change, and so I did it. So we'll see how it goes. Back to the drip garden balance. 501 total locked LPs, drip BUSD LPs. And since they're about 10 bucks a piece, that means there's $5 million in liquidity sitting on the contract. Again, this thing dipped super low. What was it? Off the top of my head, it was like 350, 355 or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's how far it dipped down. But whatever the case, we are up massively from where we were at. And anyone that we told to get in, that's me and then all the other YouTubers out there that say, I think the garden's a play right now. You guys who actually got in severely benefited from that, but it's not too late. So if you're interested in getting in the garden, watch some details on this and make your decision. I'll try to post the link somewhere over here on the video I did that breaks down the full details of how it works and what it pays and all that type of stuff. Right now you're looking at the new UI. There's also, of course, the old UI, which I actually like more because it updates in real time. But this thing is just absolutely printing, and it's my favorite part of the ecosystem right now that's live because it's doing so well. I'm easily able to outrun the decay and claim. I've been doing a new claim strategy where I can claim a part of a day every other day. So that means I'm claiming about 3.5 times per week. Now, as you can see, I am now at 2.88 million plants grown. So what I'm trying to do is get this above 3 million and then keep on that every other day claiming strategy and just see how far this thing goes. But the important part is every time I'm claiming, I'm not fully impacting the growth, I'm still growing my account. So if we jump over to DevStreaks tool, again, if you do not have this, it is drip.formulate.finance. It's a fantastic tool. Donate the $5 or $10 to get the premium features. It's a must have in my opinion. But let's refresh it real quick. And as you can see right now, I'm making about 200 bucks a day. This is going to go up and down a little bit depending on the contract balance, which of course is going up, but the price of drip's down a little bit today, just a few cents. And so it's putting me right at about $200 in USD value. But the more important part is this is the LPs per day that I'm generating. So 21.31 LPs per day. I'm trying to get this above 25, and then I'm going to continue with my claim strategy to where it can at least keep at 25. So I may actually increase my claims a little bit. Right now I've been running them for about 12 or 13 hours just because that's the approximate time that I see it. I don't have like an alarm set or whatever. So when I see it and it's above the 12-hour mark, then I claim. So once I get up to 25 LPs, I may actually increase that a little bit just so that I know I'm staying in that same range. So as long as I've got 25 LPs here, then I'll claim as much as I can because I can do stuff with that drip BUSD LP, right? Right now what I've been doing is I've been splitting them apart. So I've got BUSD and then I've got the drip. I've been putting the drip in my faucet so it's growing a little bit faster. And then I've been using the BUSD for other things. One of which is I've been buying more BREAP tokens. Last year when I got into drip, BREAP tokens were probably around 50. And I remember talking to one of my buddies who's like, hey, I'll send you half of one because I got a little extra. I'm like, oh, that's nice of you. And then he looked at the price. He's like, whoa, these things are 50 bucks. Back when I was buying, they were like 7, 8 bucks or 12 bucks or something like that. I was like, wow, I wish I could have picked them up then. So I picked up a few, and when we were hitting the peak at like January, February time, BREAP tokens got up to like 400 bucks a piece. So think about it. If you're trying to start up a new team and BREAP tokens are 400 bucks a piece and you need 2 of them, it's 800 just to get started. That's going to be hard for some people to do. So I think that that's going to happen again. I think BREAP is also kind of a hidden play. And if you're a team builder or plan to build a team in the future, I would pick up a couple now while they're sitting around 100 bucks. So what I've been using is the BUSD from my LP tokens that I split apart to buy more BREAP tokens. So I'm in a better position. So if everything spikes, I don't really need any more BREAP tokens. And I'm basically there. I could buy, 2 or 3 more, but I don't frankly need access to all my downlines. I just want to have access to a couple of them. So I digress. Let's get back to the garden. So like I said, I want this to be above 25. I should be there soon by continually compounding. This number overall doesn't really matter to me. I do claim, so every time I'm claiming, I'm getting like 100 bucks per claim. If I jump over to my little tracker, I'm going to make some tweaks to this so it's not perfect. But what I've been doing is just kind of screenshotting it and getting the details. As you can see, I ran this for 13 hours, 38 minutes. I was getting, price of LPs is going to drop every time pretty much. So there's going to be a slight reduction. That's because of how the contract works. It lets new people come in on a relatively even playing field to the old people. The old people have the advantage of being able to compound a lot more than you have. So they have a higher plant value, but they have a disadvantage that they paid more for the LPs. You as a new incoming person, if you're getting in for the first time, are buying cheaper LPs, but you haven't had a chance to compound at those higher levels. So that's how they offset, and that's what makes the garden sustainable, because most minor contracts just get drained super fast. That not the case with this one. Obviously, like I said, there's like $5 million in liquidity, and this thing is popping. So what I'm looking at too is this number. It'll be probably hard to see on your screen. It's even hard to see on mine. 18.8 LPs here, 19.3 here, 19.5 here, 20.8 here, 21.17 here. You guys get the idea. Every time I'm claiming, even though I'm pulling money from it, from claim to claim, my LPs that I'm producing are increasing, and that's what's important to me. So I'm going to continue to compound this thing. I've been doing it every other day. I had to do it. It's taken forever for some of my money to get transferred over. So what I did is I just did a quick claim. It was like 21 bucks. So it was just a 2-hour and 35-minute claim. I just needed some funds in the account right then. I didn't want to wait for my funds to transfer. So I just did a quick claim in the garden. It's better for me than to claim drip and then have to sell it and do all that and pay the taxes. I don't really want to do that. So the garden is just another source of funds for me and another stream of income, and I am absolutely loving it. As you can see, this thing is churning out. It's making me between 790, 775 or so, and 8 something an hour. So again, this thing's running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just churning out money for me. For now, like I said, I'm going to continue, besides this just one-off, to do my every other day claim strategy about half a day. I'm going to continue to grow the account. I do have a little bit more funds coming in, so I might even DCA one more time into this garden to boost it up so I can make sure I'm above 3 million plants and I have my LPs per day producing at 25. It's a big week for the animal farm because on the 15th, which is tomorrow, marketing is going to launch. The new animal farm UI is going to come out. Dogs crediting, all that stuff is going to happen. So a lot of hype is going to start to be built. And one of the key metrics of the animal farm, as you know, if you watch my videos, is that there's a drip BUSD farm in there that produces pigs. I want more pigs, and this thing produces drip BUSD LPs for me. So I'm going to keep churning those out pretty soon here. Instead of claiming and using the funds for drip and everything, I'm going to leave them together and I'm going to wait for the farm to open. So I'm just going to build up a pile of those, and when the farm opens, I'm going to drop them into that drip BUSD farming pool, and I'm going to see how many pigs I can produce from that. So again, just another great way to play the ecosystem. While we're here, let's do a quick little update on drip. So I'm up to 52.44 in tokens. So awesome. I would say this makes me like a mini whale. I think 5,000 is like a mini whale. A whale is 10,000 or above. So that's super exciting. Like I said, I got in December of last year, and I've just been compounding for 9 months. So this is where I'm at. So if you've got a small bag, just keep compounding. You're going to get here too. And when you get here, you may be even a better position than I am because the drip price will be better, right? Drip's all the way down to 723 right now, and in my opinion, it's super undervalued. But if you've been sleeping on it thus far, please don't sleep on the garden anymore. This is a fantastic play in the ecosystem. It is a little bit more risk. You do need to deposit money and then compound so you can outrun the decay. Once you've done that, you're able to claim. But right now, where I don't want to touch my drip account, I'm able to consistently pull money every other day from my garden account without harming it, and the money that I pull out from it is also building my drip account. So if you guys have been waiting on the sidelines thinking about getting into the garden, I don't know that there's a better time. When the marketing starts, what can you do? You can come to the animal farm, you can buy pigs, you can get into the piggy bank, or you can get into the drip garden. So if you're waiting on the sidelines, you get into the drip garden now. All that marketing turns out like we hoped. A lot more people pile in. You're benefited from that. So that's my play. Hopefully you guys are listening this time if you didn't get in the first time around. The garden is absolutely printing. So thank you guys. As always, happy investing.